Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Pre-PT Chat Live. My name is Joseph Ngugi, and this is...
What is up? My name is Casey Coleman. Welcome.
We are the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. We come on here every Thursday night to make sure that you are served, making sure that we are answering your questions in real time, but more importantly, really encouraging you and giving you as much direction as possible in order to get into physical therapy, into physical therapy school. As Pre-PT Grind as a platform, really what we do is we help pre-PTs get into schools, into physical therapy schools without wasting a lot of time or money. Andrew, it's good to see you, brother. But tonight we have a topic that really just stems from frustration, and it's partially, well, ours. We have our own, but really some pre-PTs who have had some downs. We're talking to you tonight, pre-PTs who have had some downs already this cycle. Maybe it's last cycle and it's still kind of, like a ghost, just kind of still lurking, and it's causing you to kind of doubt yourself this cycle. But that's who we are speaking to tonight. What do I do next when everything starts falling apart as an applicant? What do I do when everything starts falling apart as a pre-PT? I think one thing that has been clear to a lot of you that have followed us for whether it's the last few weeks, whether it's the last few months, whether it's the last year and a half, is that we honestly believe that anyone can get into physical therapy school. And we've said that countless times. We really do. We do know that, well, there are two things that we believe, you need. You just need, obviously, like a strong work ethic and a strong why. As in, you have to have a strong reason that's going to propel you, especially when tonight's topic happens, when ish hits the fan. But also having a strong work ethic, because it requires just that. That's actually why we called it kind of pre-PT grind. It's one of the reasons. And so because of that, there's an expectation that there are certain things that are going to be hurdles, that there are certain moments that might be a little more challenging than others. For you, it might be academically, it might be, when you were taking classes, things were hard, but after a while, things started picking up and everything went smoothly all the way through application. For someone else, it might actually be the opposite. Like, school was great, and then you came to the application part and things started falling apart. Or maybe it's a bit of both. But whatever it is, like, what do we do? What do we do when that happens? And I know it's tough. It's tough when you're seeing other applicants, start to get accepted. We're in that time of year where when students who are, like, if there's a student that has, applied early decision and they've gotten accepted, like, you're starting to see them post, and we're excited. Like, as pre-PT Grind, like, we're hyped. Like, we hype. Like, Casey and I are just like, like, out here raising the roof. Our team's excited. But I know that as a pre-PT, sometimes it's tough. It is tough. It's tough because you're kind of comparing yourself to that individual. And I mean, while we should never do that, naturally, that is what we cling to. We're like, man, shoot. Like, I've seen it. I've seen it where someone will get accepted and they're like, shoot, dang, I applied the same day. I haven't heard back yet. We compare ourselves so much. But at the end of the day, like, when something does not go as planned, let's say you took the GRE today and it did not go as planned, and you were like, yo, I was timing this right. Like, I know that the schools that I'm applying to have a deadline that's in the next 3 weeks, and I did not do all my GRE right now. It seems like ish has just hit the fan. Or I actually applied. I applied and I just didn't get accepted. I tried everything. I thought anything that I had, I tried. It didn't happen. My classmates were getting in. Crap hit the fan. And it's tough. It's tough because you're put in a position where you're listening to these two guys who come on live, who have these podcasts, who are on this page. So if you're on the Pre-Doctor Physical Therapy Students page, you're on our page. Like, we're coming in here saying a lot of positive things and saying, yo, you can do it, all that stuff. And honestly, like, there's like a straight up strategy to this stuff. This is not just motivation. Like, don't be deceived. But I know that even then, like, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, yo, these cats are just like hype for no reason. I mean, they're already PTs. Like, what do they know? No, like, things happen. Like, we know that. We know that there are moments in our journey for you, it might be a little bigger than for someone else. But at some point, you're gonna hit a hurdle where you gotta figure out like what do I do next? And that's what we want to hit tonight. What do I do when everything starts falling apart or appears like it's falling apart? Because if we can figure that out, then the wall that's in front of us, that wall of fear, that wall of what if, that wall of, you know what, maybe PT is not for me, well, that starts to disappear because we understand what steps to take. And Casey, as we go into this topic, like we know a little bit about your story, bro, with not getting accepted the first time, and now looking back, like you made it very clear. You were like, "Yo, this actually was a tough. Like it sucked because you were seeing your classmates. I mean, like the people that you were coming in with had just gotten accepted. The people that you were freshmen with, the people that you were like taking classes with, they were getting accepted. And you were like, yo, I've been working my butt off, but look at what happened. And so for you, man, like what did you do? What did you do? Like those moments right after where you were just like, man, I have to figure this out. Like what did you do? Because that for you was a moment where everything started to fall apart. Where it felt like it. I mean, you were in pre-pharmacy before. You could have easily gone back. Like, what did you do, man? Because that's what somebody tonight. It might not be all of them. It might be one person. It might be two pre-PTs. Who knows? It could be 100. But somebody needs to hear this specific message. It's not as hype as some of the other ones, but it is so real. Because when that happens, when you get to that moment, you will realize, like, shoot, like I've been working so hard towards this, and it didn't work out the way I had planned. And because it didn't, now I have to figure out, like, how do I handle this? The way we naturally handle that is, well, we're really sad, of course. We're frustrated. We're angry. We're, passive aggressive, all the different things. But bottom line is we actually pull the plug. That's our normal, go-to. We just pull the plug. We say, you know what? I gave it a good shot. I can't bear to go through that again. I can't bear to go through that experience again. I don't want to take the GRE again because you know what? I can't bear to not pass it again. I'm not going to apply again because I can't bear to not get accepted, to be denied again. Like I can't go through that again. So you know what? I'm going to just like ease the pain. I'll pull the plug and I'll do something else. That's what our safety method usually is. But if you've listened to us long enough, you know that that's the last thing we want you to do. So Casey, what do we do, man? Like, how did you do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys 3 short tips on how I really got through it. Because we can have a long discussion about this. We can have a long video presentation. We can go, so on and so forth. But 3 short things, and I'll break them down for you guys. So, number 1, I embrace the emotions. So write it down. Number 1, embrace your emotions. Number 2, reassess where you're at right now. Then the number 3, last one is start now. So we got 1, embrace your emotions. Number 2, reassess where you're at. And 3, start now. So I'm breaking them all down. Joseph really went into the emotions part earlier. I'm not going to downplay it at all. It's going to sound like I am as I go through the steps. But honestly, like Joseph said, I went through all of this. I saw Joseph get accepted, DJ, Gabby, Adam, Ken. You can name other people in our class. I was there when they got their phone calls. I know how it feels. I know how you're feeling when you're seeing those notifications in our Facebook group and on Instagram. I get it. I honestly do. I'm not going to go too deep in the emotions on this video, but I get it. So I need you to embrace them. Don't shove them under the bed. Don't brush them under the rug, whatever you want to call it. Embrace them, go through it, spend a day, spend a week, couple weeks, whatever time you need, because it sucks. I mean, it's basic. It's rejection. If you ever got rejected by a guy, if you ever got rejected by a girl, that's basically what it is. You're getting rejected. So it's going to hurt. It's going to suck. So go through those emotions, as needed. But once you're done with them, you have to be done. Once you're done, you have to be done. That's why I'm saying take as long as you need with those emotions. Don't let anybody downplay it. Don't let your parents say, well, you got to get back. Because once you're done, I need you to be done because nothing else is going to work unless you're done with those emotions. Unless you get over yourself, get over those emotions, get through it, nothing else is going to work. So I need you to embrace those, go through it, cry, get a pillow, go to boxing class, whatever you need. So that's number 1, embrace the emotions. Number 2, Now you need to reassess what happened. Now that you're done with all the emotions and your hippocampus and your limbic system going off, going haywire, you need to, now you can be objective. You can step back, have a bird's eye view, have like the ghost of your past looking over you of what happened, you know, go back in time and be like, and now be brutally honest with yourself. And I say brutally honest because I mean literally brutally honest. What the hell happened? Why did you not get in? Did your interview suck? Did you have a bad attitude? Were your grades not on par? Did you were not serious about the GRE?
Wow.
You weren't on par with your observation hours, so they didn't write you a great one. You were really slacking, or you didn't talk enough. I don't care what it is. You just have to be brutally honest with yourself, because you probably know why you didn't get in. Are we still on? I saw something go on the screen. Are we still good?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're still good. So yeah, nobody else really knows what went on except you. Like, okay, my GPA wasn't the best. It was okay, but for that time I applied, it could have been better. And I can make excuses on and on. I can go down the line. Trust me, I have in other videos I have for our course, but that's not going to help you guys right now. So you need to be brutally honest with yourself. What could you have done better? Then you need to do it in every single thing. Everything. Write it down. Make a Google Doc, because you need to fix those problems. Wherever you did not get in, you need to attack those so you can get in next time. And you don't have to go through this pain again. Because if this pain was not enough, then you're going to slack off and be like, I don't need to. No. So you need to be brutally honest with yourself and reassess where you've been going and what's been happening. So that's number 2. And number 3, once you got your plan down, once you reassess what went wrong, you cannot waste any freaking time, because that's what you did last time. And you know where you are now. You wasted time last cycle, and that's why you didn't get in this cycle. So you need to start yesterday. You need to start last week. Because if you don't start now, you will be in the same place in 2019 or 28, whatever it is. So you got to start now. Reassess, start now on whatever's the problem. If it's your GPA, GRE, those letters of recommendation, your essay, yourself, your attitude, personal development, motivation, whatever it is, you can't waste any time, because it's only, I mean, by the time you get your official rejection letter or denial, whatever it is, you only have about 6, 7, 8 months to get everything in place. And once you break that down by semester and so on and so forth, it's really no time, because you'll look up and July will be right around the corner. So I'll go through those again. Number 1, embrace your emotions. Number 2, reassess where you're at and be brutally honest with yourself. And number 3, please do not waste any more time. Do not waste any more time, because you're doing a disservice to yourself, your patients, the profession is waiting on you, your future family is waiting on you for whatever your career holds for you, and you're being selfish by not starting now. So that's it. Those are the 3 things in a nutshell that I probably say to anyone going through what I went through in the past with not getting it. So any more questions, you know where to find us. If you can't find us by now, not looking hard enough. So those are my 3. Got it? You hear me? You can't hear me? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I don't know if it's still coming through, but you guys know where to find us. www.preptgrind.com. We also have contact preptgrind.com as well. If you did not know, we have our Kickstarter mini course that has launched last Sunday. The Kickstarter mini course. It has 15 lessons on the whole foundation of what you need. If you're listening to this right now and you don't want to go through the same thing next cycle, or you're about 2 years out from applying or a year out from applying, and you hear my story and you don't want that to be you, because it doesn't have to be you. This has literally the whole foundation of what you need going forward. 15 video lessons on everything from what I talked about with your mindset, to the interview process, to how to get a letter of recommendation, to it's going on. We have the link in the description, in the comments. Everything is down below, up above, whatever you need. Click the link, learn more about it. Get in there. Stop wasting time. Start freaking now. You see the links. If you're not finding it, contact us at Contact Pre-PT Grind. We'll get that to you, and have an amazing rest of the night and the weekend coming up. PrePTGrind.com, Kickstarter mini course. Get inside.